Hi, welcome to Learn Digital Photography Now. Let's talk today about how you can break into the photography business. You've decided that you want to be a photographer. Unfortunately, you have a long road ahead of you. Photography is one of the most competitive fields in the world simply because it doesn't matter where you live or what language you speak. Anyone who has a camera can become a photographer, which will make your competition fierce. If it is something you have decided that you want to do, then there are a few things you are going to need to know before you can begin. The list that we'll go over is by no means complete. However, it should give you a good start. You obviously need to figure out what type of photography you want to get into. For example, there's fashion photography, glamour photography, sports photography, outdoor photography, studio photography, children's photography. The list is endless. Now, the market for each of those types of photography is wide open. Unfortunately, there's also a lot of competition. When you try to decide on which field that you want to specialize in, do not choose the path of least resistance. Do not pick the easiest route. Go with what you're passionate for, because that passion for your subject will definitely show through in your photographs. The equipment that you need varies depending on what kind of photography you decide to do. For example, if you want to photograph stock car races, well, you're going to need a lot of equipment for taking high-speed photos. With this type of photography, the good news is that you won't need to spend a lot of money on lighting, since these photos are all taken outdoors. On the other hand, if you decide that you want to become a fashion photographer, well, your lighting is critical to the photographs. Your lighting equipment expense will be a bit higher. Next, how are you going to advertise your business? You will definitely need some business cards. You will want to take out ads in magazines and newspapers, and generally get the word out that you are now in business. If it's your goal to break into the field taking photographs for magazines such as Playboy, well, you're going to have to first get some private work photographing models in order to submit those photographs to the magazine. But please, before you even send off your photographs, you want to make sure that you have permission, and you do this by writing to the magazine first. Most publications will not accept unsolicited photographs. If it's your goal to open up a studio and take children's photography, well, then you want to lease a building. Now, it doesn't need to be anything large or grand, but it should be in a visible part of town that has a lot of other businesses. With this type of photography, your visibility is half the business won. You also want to take a lot of photos, especially to build your reputation. When you have those photographs, you can put them together in a portfolio and then take that around with you when you go talk to people who might be interested in your work. Now, again, this is going to depend on the type of photography you want to get into, whether it's freelancing for a magazine, setting up your own shop, or even working for somebody else, which is generally the best way to break into the business. Please understand that the world of photography is wide open. There are so many options that are available for every aspiring photographer. So pick your game plan and stick to it. With patience and perseverance, you eventually will get to where you want to be. Creating beautiful memories is what life is all about. Watching the sunset with a loved one, partying with friends on New Year's, getting married and then going on the honeymoon, and pretty soon children. You don't want to miss a moment of this. I want you to get excited about your digital camera. I want you to feel confident getting behind the digital lens and telling your family and friends to say cheese and smile. Visit LearnDigitalPhotographyNow.com.